to stray.
I mean, you go to lecture to review it, right?
What?
Yeah, you go to lecture. Yeah, you have to go to lecture anyway, so...
You could be like, okay.
I mean, but that is adding an extra class. But I mean, like, it's money, so...
Yeah. You're getting paid to go to that class.
You don't even have to learn anything. It's optional.
And, like, I already did it this year.
What are you talking about?
In that extra... The class that you have to go to, you have to go to multivariable.
Yeah.
You basically just show up. You don't have really... You can be on your phone.
Yeah, you're not taking notes.
Is it better to be doing linear alpha for class?
Whatever we have available, I can tell you that we need
Calc?
You need calc, really?
What's wrong, Blake? What are you doing?
I don't know, I'm just...
He's putting it
Empty
down.
out my pockets,
Yeah.
is that bad?
Is it because there's more people for calc?
Yeah, we'll talk about all other things. Hey guys, welcome to the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
And someone else.
Someone else.
And someone else.
No, not
And
this
someone
institution.
else.
If you took it at the previous institution, then you can't, unless we trust you.
Well, do they trust UGAs?
Probably
I
not.
took it at UGA and I took it in high school. I
You
got
could do
A's.
something else. You have plenty of other classes you could do it for.
Not multivariable, we're gonna be.
No, anything.
I think.
Well, Matt, just let me know after the podcast then if you want to do it. No.
What other classes do they offer?
Because we're just started interviewing, huh?
What other classes do they offer?
Oh, it's up. You can go on the website and look it up. Anyway, Blake,
What website could I find that on? Anchor.fm/the
You know, I just added a bunch more. If you've been on the feed recently, why don't you pull it up so you don't have your phone.
I don't have my phone on me. Smart move.
Anyway, Blake will pull it up, and you'll see that we added a bunch more options.
Actually, can you
To
give me a
find it
quick
on the
shout
phone.
out, Blake? I'll start you off. Anchor.fm/the-experience. You can find us on Google Play,
Google
YouTube.
Podcasts. Google Podcasts.
Google Podcasts is different?
Yeah, it's different.
The Google Play Store,
No.
which is
Google
Google
Podcasts.
Podcasts, which is a subdivision of the Google Play Store and the media.
Google Play Store is like that's different than Google
Oh,
Play.
okay, it's different. I've been informed. Sorry,
You
our
have an
Google
Android,
Play
don't you?
Sorry, our Google Play listens.
You mean Google Podcast listeners? Where are you going?
You reminded me that I need to charge my phone.
Okay, why don't you charge your phone while Blake talks about
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna go charge it.
Sorry, what am I talking about?
I added a bunch more on there, so you
I got notifications. I can't remember what it was from though, but
a notification about what?
that it said cooking salmon is available. I got a notification
because you're
from
subscribed.
podcasts.
Because
Yes.
you're subscribed. Matt, you're also subscribed, so I'm sure you got that notification as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, just subscribe and then you'll get notifications just like me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
subscribe to the YouTube channel.
You know?
You can as well. Yeah.
In addition, you can also go on Podbean,
Mhm.
Cast, Box,
Mm-hmm. And I added a couple more.
and those are.
I added Overcast.
That's a weather. That's a type of weather.
That's also apparently too. And Podcast Addict was requested by someone, so I added on.
Really?
Yeah.
Shout out to our podcast addict listener.
Podcast Addict
Don't get
and
enough
one
love.
other on there. I forgot what it was.
That one's important. That was the most important one, for sure.
I don't have enough.
Well,
Like, literally just have
they
12.
may be forgotten, but at least they're not gone. So
Anyway, Elizabeth was supposed to be here, but she's busy doing stuff, and so instead we have Tanner.
yeah,
He's kind of the reserve option. He's the backup.
I'm the backup.
He was doing unmentionable things in his room just now.
was,
So
yeah.
that's anyway, Matt, how's your day?
It's pretty good so far. How about you? No?
Well, I had a great last day of school.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Tanner. How was your last
I just attended 2 lectures.
session? You had 2 lectures today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have no lectures on Mondays.
No, I do. I have recitation.
Oh, okay. That's so fun.
So, like, thank you for asking questions and whatnot. It's been a pleasure teaching you. Good luck on finals. I was like, okay. And then it hit me. Today is the last day of first semester. Last day of, like, learning and stuff. And then it's just finals week. Which is pretty crazy. Has this semester gone by really fast for any of y'all?
Feels like it's gone by fast, but also when I think about when I moved in, it feels like 2 years ago, but it was
Exactly,
like
yeah.
less than 4 months ago. But
If you don't think about it, it's pretty fast. When you think about it, it's actually been pretty
You
long.
feel like you've been here a long time.
Yeah.
yeah,
When you think about it.
I mean, I haven't been back to Texas in almost 4 months.
You didn't go back for fall break?
I didn't go either, yeah.
I haven't been home in a while.
It's not that bad of a flight, guys. It should be a couple hours for each of you, right?
I went somewhere else.
Labor Day,
It's only one day off.
Yeah.
You really need to
Yeah,
go
but if
all
you
the
take
way to
out, but we
Texas.
don't have band on Friday, you can leave Friday evening and you can
Yeah.
stay for a weekend. Yeah, it's a 3-day trip.
I could have, but
No one came here over Labor Day. That's across the country, Tanner. So
Okay, but
Blake could easily go to Texas.
He's got the Navy to back him up. They literally
That's not how that
fly him.
works.
They literally
No,
fly him.
he had to pay for that.
Really?
Yeah, well, he had a voucher. Like through his credit card. It wasn't through the Navy.
Oh,
Nothing through the
okay.
Navy.
Oh, what? I thought they'd just like give you a parachute and kick you.
That's not how that works. They have some like scheduled flight. We have to get on like a specific scheduled flight. And it doesn't really work out because they don't want to come here.
The Navy just won't.
Anyway, Matt could have gone to New Jersey.
I could go back to New Jersey.
You could have.
I could have. Well, yeah. I wish.
Your parents come here because Blake's parents come like every other weekend.
yeah.
Oh, no, my parents can't come here that often.
No.
Yeah.
My
They
parents usually-
drive?
They drove for Thanksgiving, but they went to Virginia, not here for Thanksgiving.
They drove to Virginia.
Yeah.
From Texas.
Yes.
It's a long
What
trip.
was that?
That's where we went for Thanksgiving because I have family there. So I've gone to Virginia, but I haven't gone to Texas.
Mhm.
So wait, did they pick you up? You went to
Yeah.
Virginia over Thanksgiving?
I did.
It's not
yeah.
on the way.
So
It's not.
did you fly to Virginia?
No, I drove.
It's not that far.
Oh yeah,
away.
you have a car.
It's
I
Houston.
do have a car. Yeah.
It's Houston, so it's not that far away.
I mean, it's like you can't do it in one day, but
No.
yeah. I mean, they're used to it. Like my sister lives in Phoenix, so it's farther. So do it all the
It
time.
doesn't feel like it should be.
Wait,
Phoenix
is far.
Because he's in Houston, so it's on the east side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eastern
It's
portion
like
of Texas.
Yeah, you know, I can get here faster than I can get out of Texas in the west.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Texas is very.
You can
close.
get from
Yeah.
Houston to Atlanta faster
How
than
many
you
New
can get
Jerseys
from
can
You
fit
can
in
go.
Texas?
You can
Like,
go
out
from
of
New Jersey
Texas
to here
west.
faster, probably.
What's the
13 hours.
closest
There's all
big
those
city
east-
on the western?
Well,
Well,
Conversations
El Paso
on-
is like basically the westernmost part of Texas.
So how long does it take from Houston to El Paso?
By car or by plane?
By car.
It's like 13-ish
That's
hours.
stupid. It's in the same goddamn
It's about the
state.
length of like
That's not even-
Orlando to New Jersey.
I don't think that's
What?
the
No,
I need to see a
that's
map. I need to see a map.
Okay, Orlando to
That's not
Maryland.
true.
Orlando to DC. That's about 13 hours.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah. But also, I don't think that's the longest way out of Texas from Houston. I think if you head up north to the
Because El Paso's
Panhandle-
kind of south, isn't it?
Yeah, El Paso is like pretty close,
Or
north and south. To
yeah, not on the
Houston.
Panhandle.
But if you head to the Panhandle, I think it might be farther than that. I'm not sure, but it's still pretty dang
That's
far.
ridiculous.
Tanner has never left Atlanta. So.
I've never left. Like a 20-minute drive. Whew, I'm
Yeah.
exhausted. I need a
Yeah,
hotel.
Tanner cannot go home. Tanner complains about going home.
I do. It's like it's
How far is-
huge.
How far is home from here?
25
minutes. It's way too far.
But actually,
away.
I people do take it for granted. Like my freshman roommate, like after he came back from one of the breaks, and he's like, "Oh, I left my jacket," and I was like, "Just go home." He lives like 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's
"Just
way
go
too
home." He was like,
far.
"Oh,
Way
that's
too
too
far."
far." Yeah, he said that. I was
Yeah.
like, I had to take a 2.5-hour flight to get my jacket.
Yeah.
Just don't leave your jacket.
You can go home.
No, I can't. It's not that easy.
It took me longer to drive each day to work.
Yeah, Tanner, you go home a little too much though sometimes.
You think?
Well, when you go home like Friday night when we have a game Saturday morning,
When did I do that?
a
Once.
couple games ago, yeah.
Once.
Do that once.
Okay, wait, but then me and Carl for the Thanksgiving game, we were still at home Saturday morning. We left on a flight that left at 6 a.m. and got here at 8:30. We got in time for
See,
Thanksgiving.
they
at
did the
10:30.
exact same thing, but like more.
Yeah, that's
extreme.
risky.
Yeah.
I would always come back Friday night
Yeah.
because if like it's delayed or something.
Oh yeah, that's a problem, but that's okay.
What are you flying?
What is it flying?
What airline?
Oh, yeah, United. So it's like,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
That's 50-50 on that.
That's no.
I don't know, because my family has always had really bad experiences at United, but I haven't had one yet. But that's also because
Has anyone had good experiences with United?
International usually is okay. It's like nothing usually goes
Oh, really?
wrong.
I think with United,
Actually, no,
it's
one
either
time it
bad or
It's fine.
not
Or
bad.
I got
really
there.
bad.
Yeah.
I got
There's-
there.
There's something
The guy that got like drugged off the plane,
He
you know?
got dragged off the
Yeah.
plane.
for fighting someone. You know what I'm talking
No,
about?
no,
It's
like-
like
It was
No,
like
I
they
think it's
overbooked.
something else.
it was over.
It was overbooked, and they had
kicked
to, like,
the
take
doctor
him
off, right?
Yeah, yeah. That was the guy who they had to drag off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
The
such thing as
doctor
bad
off?
press,
I
am I
don't
right?
remember that.
I'm wrong. Actually, United Airlines is notoriously known for like doing bad things, right? And like,
For whatever reason, yeah. I don't know.
I feel like the only press that comes out of United Airlines is bad press.
I mean, I think if you're flying though, like it can only go badly. I don't know.
Yeah, what airline has good press?
That is true.
Do they?
Yeah, they have the little in-flight safety videos. Those are kind of fun.
That's
Pretty
not
sure
press.
every airline has that.
It's not
true.
press.
But they're like Some teams are fun.
At the very least, they haven't had too many bad words against them.
Yeah. I mean,
As long as nothing gets fucked
I mean,
up.
Delta is usually not late, but they're also not early. You get there at that time.
yeah.
But
I
that's
mean,
the
that
same
happens
as
with any airplane.
Now,
If you get there
Southwest,
early-
you're never on time. You're either very early or you're very
I love
late.
Southwest is my favorite.
What
But
the?
yeah, but you're never. It's never that. That time is never
because the
correct.
little cheese, little snacks they give you, those little crackers.
Pretzels.
No, there's like little cheese, like almost like Cheez-It shreds in there.
What?
Like, imagine a shred of a Cheez-It, like a this is about a
You
millimeter.
use the visual.
Like it's like imagine a rectangle. Like imagine a Cheez-It,
Tanner, can I?
but you
can
cut
I
it
ask you a
into
question?
thirds.
Can I ask-
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Blake, what were you saying?
Anyway,
So, that's what I was
Southwest.
saying. They have the great. They're a little bit harder than Cheez-Its. They're kind of hard to eat. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Please, someone else.
I think they
Someone in
only
the
have-
audience. I'm
Oh,
sure.
yeah, I know what you're
Overcast
talking
knows
about.
what I'm
You just
talking
said.
you know
You
what
totally
I'm
just
saying.
said. I think they only do pretzels and peanuts now. It's
No.
mainly just
Pretzels
pretzels
and peanuts?
They have these
Oh,
little
wow.
hard, like, Cheez-It shreds. They're a little bit harder than Cheez-Its. They're, like, not as soft. I swear.
Blake, what were you saying?
Southwest.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mainly fly Southwest, but like Delta, yeah, you're always on time. You're never early or late. Southwest has been pretty late recently.
I mean, I've never had any really bad experiences with Southwest.
Maybe going west. Maybe they're better when you go southwest.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I'm always
But then
going northeast in another
But
one.
then coming back, you have to go Southwest.
Yeah, but you're still south. You mean southeast.
South, sir. Yeah.
Coming back or
Well,
which
you know,
way
if you're
coming
going
back?
northeast and you come back, you go Southwest.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. It's still like east. I'm on the eastern portion of the United States is what I'm getting at.
Oh, so you're saying like you need to be in the Southwest.
I think so, yeah. I
Yeah.
think Texas
That's
is
true.
like,
I
they
do
love
fly
it.
often
I mean, the hub
in
is
the
in
Southwest.
Discount Dallas.
What the?
Like the secondary, like not the main Dallas.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
whatever it is. I don't remember which one it is.
I mean, to qualify like United for me, I mean, the closest airport to my house in New Jersey is the United hub. So
Newark?
usually it's Newark, yeah. So then if I have to fly, no, because like if I have to
Newark
fly
is
to China or something, it's actually a lot easier to use United instead of having to go to JFK, which is a lot farther, and like use Air China,
Yeah.
which is going to be kind of iffy.
But JFK is easier to get international flights out of.
But
It's
yeah,
like the top airport in the country for international flights. Basically.
yeah, because I'm not going to be flying Air China too often, please no.
How was your trip to China?
How's my trip to China? It was okay. The flights were fine.
He had to go to China like in an emergency situation.
Yeah,
This past
over
week,
over
You
Thanksgiving.
barely got back. Yeah, you barely got back, right?
Yeah, so I got back. I flew back on like Thursday in China, so then I get back on Thursday in the U.S. Same around the
It's
same
that
time.
12-hour time difference.
13 actually.
Or okay, depending on what portion of China you're going to.
It's because of daylight saving time. Sometimes it's 12 hours in some parts here, and sometimes it's 13 parts of the year because they don't do daylight
The
saving.
point is,
Fun fact.
you're changing half a day.
Yeah, around.
No, I was surprised you came back. You made it seem like you weren't going to be able to come back.
Yeah, no. I was actually planning on staying in China a little bit longer. We felt that like changing the flights would be a bit too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of money.
But your mom really wanted you here for the Georgia Tech football game.
Yeah. Definitely, I'm not sure if it was worth it coming back, but yeah, that's a different
I
topic.
mean, you didn't enjoy the game.
Did you play in any of the
Slightly.
show?
In any of the show?
Yeah, you said
Yeah,
you weren't
yeah,
gonna
no,
play.
I
Okay,
played the show.
You did figure it out.
Yeah, no, it was simple enough.
Wow,
That's
as good
flex.
as it. Yeah,
Oh.
alright, whatever.
It's muscle memory.
Tanner, you're reading.
bro.
I'm reading. This is really surprising. So, I think I figured out why season tickets cost so much for season ticket holders at Georgia Tech.
Give us your
My
theory.
parents are season ticket holders, and they give them this thick-ass magazine, like, book, almost. It's got a lot of words, so I'm going to classify it as a book.
It's too many words for you. Is that?
Yeah. It's got
Not
it's
enough
like a
pictures?
magazine. It's heavy and it's thick, and they have to print these. And I imagine that's why they drive up the price. There's one for each game. So this is for the North Carolina game.
You're saying you think the price for season tickets is high because they give those magazines
Yes.
out, or books as you call them?
Mhm.
Precisely.
Okay.
Are those free for season tickets?
Yes, because it comes with the
I
season.
imagine they're included.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe your parents are
These
paying
are
for
for my
them.
parents.
Are
No,
you
I
sure
doubt
they-
my parents would pay for this. They care enough to, get tickets.
Wow.
Oh, Chris Moore's in there! Check
That's
it
quite
out.
the
There's a
picture.
yellow jacket marching
And
band.
that's a picture
Just
from
skip to that.
20 years ago too.
Yes, he looks very.
That same picture from like when his first year here.
Kind of looks like you guys remember
Chris
the
Moore?
Matrix? Chris Moore looks like you remember the Matrix. Mr. Smith. What's the name of the actor?
Hugo Weaving.
I think so.
It
Does
is
he look
like Hugo Weaving. He doesn't look like Hugo Weaving.
Yeah, he does.
Not
Yeah.
even close.
I think he does.
Blake, what was that?
I was just sending a quick text. Is
Oh,
that
to
a
who?
problem?
No, I was just wondering.
Huh?
We're all sharing here.
I sent it to my friends saying I'm doing a podcast right now.
Why were you at the gym?
I was playing basketball.
But you knew we were recording.
No, I forgot. That's
Also, I could have played with you. Thanks for inviting.
oh, next time I'll know.
I was busy. So.
You can play basketball.
You're fine. I got here before you did.
Yeah. Matt and I wanted to play basketball.
Well, next time I'll invite you all.
Who are you playing with?
I was playing with the friend.
Just one person?
Well, yeah, 1v1.
Yeah,
we
one
found some other people to play with.
Oh, okay.
There's usually people that
Just
are
like pick up
saying,
people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes it's like I played with this one group. Oh, never mind. I have to write some stuff down.
Go figure.
Tanner, you talk.
Okay, so let's talk
About the book. What'd you
about
find
the
in the
book. Let's talk Georgia Tech football going forward.
Yes.
Oh, man.
I'm sure you know a lot more about football than me, so
Well, I try to pay as little attention to Georgia Tech football as possible.
Mhm.
You know, I do know it can't get any worse next year, so that's always gotta
That's
have some
true.
optimism.
I mean, you could lose the 3 that we did.
But
You could lose the 3
imagine
that we
if
did.
we beat Citadel though.
Oh.
What, we'd be 4-8?
4-8, yeah.
That's not bad.
Well, it is pretty bad.
For a transition season, we could have just used that as an excuse, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta give them 1 year here to kind of rebuild. But if they're not better next year, man,
You think
start
they
to-
actually start to get rid of it?
no. We're Georgia Tech. If we were like a big football school, he'd get like 3 years maybe if he didn't improve.
Before
But
he's
he'll get a
out?
little bit longer here, but
What's his contract? I thought he had a contract. Like, it doesn't really
it
matter.
doesn't
but
matter in college
I think
football.
he has like a 5-year contract.
I don't know. I'm just
I mean,
hoping
seeing
they'll
all these mid-season firings, I mean, the contract rate.
well, yeah, that won't happen to us for.
I mean, he's expected to win at least 6 games next year. I
Yeah,
think, right?
I think they'll be better next year.
No, it's a tough schedule.
Yeah.
Get Notre Dame to start the year.
Yeah,
Is this the
UCF.
start?
Is that the first
That's
game?
not the
I don't know if it's the first game.
Oh, what?
Oh, it
If
might
that was
be.
the opener, I'd be like, no.
I don't think so. It might be like a third game.
It might be, yeah.
Another open.
But UCF
you
is
can't-
scheduled. You don't know if
Oh,
they'll be.
you're right.
They might be good. No, Tanner, you don't think so?
I have an insider
Oh, really?
information is that I'm not going to.
How do you know that?
Well, the insider information is actually just this thing that I've been informed of as my intuition. That's what insider information means.
Well, go ahead and go dig into your analysis there.
It's inside information, so
It's inside you.
yeah,
It comes from
that's-
inside.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's intuition. Apparently, that's the word for inside information. I didn't know that. So yeah, I just got an intuition that we're gonna beat UCF.
Okay.
I like the optimism.
Thank you.
I wish I shared that.
You think? Well, they got a really, really
Do you
rough
feel it
season so
inside
far.
you?
UCF?
Yeah.
Well, they lost 3 games this year, which
Okay,
is
that's-
No,
kinda-
they lost 2.
really.
Oh.
Well, that's still rough for them because they're the national champions 2 years ago. So
Really?
Maybe they lost 3. I don't know.
Really?
I can check.
I don't remember that.
no. They called themselves the national champions because they went
They did.
undefeated and felt robbed.
They weren't
They
invited.
literally like
to-
printed out everything. Like they had rings made. Like apparently on their cop cars, like on campus, it has like national champions 2018.
No, they were 93. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Wait, but they didn't.
they didn't actually win the national championship, but they
They,
went
they
undefeated.
won the Fiesta Bowl. Was it that year?
That sounds right. No, they lost. No, that
they-
was
they-
last year.
They won the Fiesta Bowl last year.
No,
the
last year they
Sugar
lost to
Bowl.
LSU. The year before that, they won.
They
I
won
don't know which
Peach Bowl.
Could be. Anyways,
It was
they
an
called
at-large
themselves the
bowl.
national champions because they went undefeated and won their bowl game, and they
No, it
didn't get
would've
into
been
the
Peach
playoff
Bowl.
though. So like no one takes it seriously. But they were like, we went undefeated.
What's the other at-large?
That's kind of cringy, right?
It's really cringy.
What's
Everyone
the-
makes fun of them because they didn't win the national championship.
It's Peach Fiesta. What's the other one?
Cheese it bowl.
That's not it.
Sugar Bowl.
No. That's the SEC and Big 12. What's the other at-large
bowl.
bid bowl?
Citrus bowl.
No, you're getting closer. Cheez Bowl was not close.
It's in this book. It's in this book.
Please
So what's the other New Year's Six bowl?
Oh, you got okay.
Orange Rose,
Orange roll, rose,
Peach, Fiesta. What's
Fiesta.
the sixth one?
That's 5. Then you got
Yeah,
the
what's
sugar,
the sixth one?
Sugar Bowl is 5. And then
What's the sixth
I don't
one?
know.
What's the sixth? Matt?
I don't know.
Anything.
This is where my lack of football knowledge is showing.
These are literally the
I
most
can see the
famous.
slide
Cotton Bowl.
Oh, the Cotton Bowl. That's what it is. It's the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I think
Fun fact: the Cotton Bowl's in Texas. Sorry.
it's the Cotton Bowl.
Is there cotton in Texas?
Well, yeah. Well,
200 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do they still? They don't still make cotton? in Texas?
like I said,
It's a bad name for the bowl game.
I was gonna say.
Matt has only been to the Pinstripe Bowl in Yankee
The
Stadium.
pinstripe. Okay.
Yeah. Although they're adding the one in Boston, I think for the ACC next year, so you guys can go
Oh, yeah.
to Boston in December.
Really?
Yeah. They're also adding the Holiday Bowl, which I think is
Well, that would be hopefully.
is in
Georgia Tech
California or is
gonna-
in Vegas. The Holiday Bowl would
It's like if you win 2 games, you're going to be bowl eligible because they just keep making you bowl games every year. Like, you know, this year there's like a lot of teams who went 6-6
San
and still
Diego.
aren't going to make a bowl game.
We still
Not
are.
in the ACC, I think is going to have an extra row available.
Yeah, but just like in
but
general,
overall,
teams,
yeah. Well, they'll just move them over to like ours.
yeah.
There usually are not that many extra.
Yeah, but I heard some stat that there's like quite a few this year for some reason. Like in
Damn. So you think we're bowl eligible next year? I want to go to one more.
You only
bowl
need
game.
six wins.
6
Anyway.
wins.
Just double it. That's all we gotta do.
Yeah.
Just be twice as good.
Like they're adding the Holiday Bowl. It's in San Diego.
That'd be fun.
Exactly. They wouldn't bring everyone for that bowl though.
Yeah.
It'd be like 120.
But I'd be a senior, so.
Yeah, you would go. You guys might go. Well,
Mm.
maybe.
But yeah. if
They like
it's
trumpets. They
senior-
like to bring
Yeah.
trumpets.
That's true.
And you always get free stuff.
That's the best part.
Free
So
stuff?
we went to the toilet bowl over
No, what was it called?
last Christmas.
What was it called?
It was in Detroit.
The Quick Lane Bowl,
Quick Lane Bowl.
which they're getting rid of. It's not going to be in the ACC next year.
Really?
Yeah,
What are they doing with it?
they're moving it to some other tie-in. We're adding the Holiday Bowl in San Diego,
In replace.
and we're also adding the Boston Bowl, and we're losing Music City. There's a
So
bowl
there's
shakeup.
there's a net of 0 bowls.
Yeah, so there's a bit of a shakeup. Yes.
Okay. But there's okay. So yeah, we went to the toilet bowl.
Quick Lane Bowl.
Quick Lane bowl. I'm gonna call it the toilet bowl.
Well, what's funny is, do you guys know what Quick Lane is?
Exactly.
Quick Lane is a Ford subsidiary.
What?
Like it's
Oh, I
their
thought it was an
auto
oil
parts.
company.
No, it's like their auto parts.
Oh shit! I
brand.
guess I should
But Ford is so embarrassed by the bowl, they don't even call it the Ford Bowl. They called it by something else, so you wouldn't even know that it's Ford.
Well, my family calls it the toilet bowl.
It's the Ford is too afraid to call it their own bowl.
Well, it's in Detroit.
To be fair,
Alright.
Detroit was fine.
Okay.
People
You
make-
win. Yeah, it was fun.
It was fine. Like,
Okay, it was a
the city, they make fun of the city all the time, but like it was a
Yeah.
fine city. There was also no one there because we were there like over
It
Christmas.
was on Christmas. It was like empty. It was
Yeah,
kind of
it was-
scary. It was
it
like
was
a
a-
zombie wasteland.
When I Ubered from the airport, because I flew separately, so I Ubered from the airport to the hotel. Yeah, there was like no one there. Like it looked like
Just
what's that,
painted.
like a Resident Evil movie or something. Like there's no one there.
Or it looks
Like a
Thanos-
post-apocalyptic.
it looks
Yeah,
Thanos one.
yeah. Actually,
50%.
it looked like
It
Thanos.
was weird. It was weirdly empty. For
Even
a
the Uber
major
driver-
metropolis.
The Uber driver told me several times, like, don't worry, it's usually more crowded than this. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
there's just no one on the
I
streets.
I don't know. Like, I wasn't getting good.
No, because then once, like, the next day, when we, like, went out, like, when we went to the ice skating, like, there were people
There
there.
were some people there, but it still just didn't feel like a whole lot,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, you could see Canada.
We did see Canada.
Oh,
We
wow.
saw Canada. You could check out my vlog. It's
You
on
can
there.
check it.
Tanner's in it.
I'm on
Tanner,
it
is that the
too.
farthest that you've been from Atlanta?
I
Is
thought
that
you
the
had left
farthest?
Atlanta.
Oh, I studied abroad this time.
Well,
Yeah,
technically.
yeah, why don't you get into that?
Did it change your life?
It was transformative.
He only eats French food.
I only eat French food.
Oh,
Which is kind of true, actually.
What? That's not true, though. What do you mean?
Anyway, Blake, you went to the CRC.
Yes.
I did in fact go to the CRT.
Did that change your life?
It did.
was it transformative?
You forgot about
Yeah.
the podcast?
I did.
That's
forget.
two
how
strikes now.
transformative. it
That's two
was.
strikes, though.
Whoa.
2 strikes? What was the first?
Yeah, that's the second time
I
you
was
forgot.
late last time.
Oh, right.
Not last time,
Yeah,
a few times,
yeah.
multiple times ago.
Yeah.
Blake,
You step your game
I'm
up.
slacking a
Yeah,
bit.
well-
yeah.
It's such a hassle to get over here, Daniel.
You were already over here, though.
This time,
This is like the closest you've ever been.
This time I just.
We can do it somewhere else tomorrow. Do you want me to book a room?
tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, we have to
Yeah. No, honestly, I don't really.
No, we can do Clough because you're already gonna be there for college tutoring.
Yeah.
So maybe try to get a room.
Sure.
Okay, I'll tell my
Are you
friend.
recording episodes over the break, basically? Or trying
We need
to...
to-
These are the episodes.
These are the episodes. This is the Christmas episode, by the way.
Oh,
everyone.
Shout out
Oh,
Christmas.
I'm wearing
shorts and a
t-shirt.
birthday.
You're wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Will you be wearing shorts and a t-shirt on Christmas?
I mean, it's Texas, so you never know.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, in Houston it's cold.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I won't.
It's
Shout
pretty
out,
cool.
shout
Matt,
out
what are you gonna be
Christmas.
doing on Christmas?
On Christmas?
Keep in mind the day this comes out is the 24th, I think.
Oh, what? Shout out Christmas Eve.
I'll be
Or-
flying to China again, actually.
Are you going back to China?
Yeah. Order.
Are you going immediately after your exams, or are you going
Oh
waiting
no,
until Christmas?
it'll be right on that
So
day.
you're going
24th.
to you run back home first.
Yeah. It's like half a winter because I'm spending at home. Half of it in China again.
Okay. Blake is going to Texas.
I am.
Where else?
Texas. That's all you need. Sorry. Yeah. Oh no, I don't really have any other plans because I'm just happy to go home.
Cute.
I guess yeah, you haven't been home yet.
Andrew, where are you going for Christmas?
Where am I going for Christmas?
Yeah.
I'm going back home.
So just to Charleston?
Charleston, yes. Charleston.
Charleston, South Carolina.
Yes.
Well, this is the Christmas episode of the podcast,
Oh.
or the
Yeah.
Christmas Eve
Yeah.
episode of the podcast. So, if
Wow.
I could get one Merry Christmas from you, that'd be great.
You want one Merry Christmas?
Yeah, right in the mic.
Alright, I will give you a singular Merry
Okay.
Christmas. Ready?
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
And
That was very enthusiastic.
Happy New Year, please.
No, that's
That's
next
way
episode. That's
too
next
much.
Oh,
episode.
that's next
Yeah,
episode.
that would be
You're not
next
getting that
episode.
much out.
Alright.
Next episode is Happy New Year.
Okay.
Alright, what?
Alright,
We
we
all
all
be a
from
week
podcast.
after.
It is a week
This
after,
is
right?
the 24th, and a week after will be the 30th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright.
That'll be
So, wait, so we have to. You have to end this episode by saying Merry Christmas. You have to begin the next episode that you're going to start filming or recording tomorrow. You have to begin it by saying, and a Happy New Year.
Why,
So
why
this-
don't you say in a Happy New Year at the end of the next episode?
Oh, that's a better idea. Wait, at the end
This is
of the
like
next
Tanner's not a
episode?
producer.
No, that's stupid.
What are you doing with your hair there? Are you making it worse?
Did you get a haircut, Tanner?
I did.
I like it.
Thank
Yeah, I
you.
do like it.
It's definitely one of your better haircuts. 'Cause
What?
You have and it's not your fault, obviously, but you have a history of bad haircuts.
It's not my fault, obviously.
No, like you're not doing the haircut, is what
Well,
I'm getting at. Like,
Yeah, of course.
there's nothing you
I'll
can
cut my
control
hair.
there.
My only regret so far is that it's kind of winter, so it's cold, and I was walking around and you could feel the cool breeze.
Yeah, but it's not like the shagginess. You had
Beanie.
some shagginess before.
I just need to start wearing beanies.
Yeah,
I
you don't
need
have
to
your GT.
I need to become an e-boy. That's just what it means at this point.
Yeah.
You could just put your
It's
hood
fine.
on. Yeah.
That's yeah. Speaking of,
Go ahead.
what does it take to become an e-boy? Discuss.
First question, what's an e-boy? Define it.
Daniel, can you say "Okay, Google"
Nope.
to your phone? I don't want to. Okay, Google.
My phone's gonna pick it up. I don't know. I
No,
think,
it only
I
responds
think
to
most
your
of
voice.
yeah, only responds to my voice.
Okay, well I'm gonna
Well,
see.
Blake could look it up. If
Wait,
he
can you
wanted
look
to.
it up, please?
I will happily look it up.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
he's
Now I
just
don't
using
need
his
it up on
to
my
text,
chair.
Chris or whoever he's texting.
Well, and I think they're just people on like TikTok or Vine. Or
Did you not know?
No. Well, I thought they're like internet fuckboys, no?
All right.
Language.
An
We're gonna get flagged.
e-boy, the male counterpart to the e-girl, is a TikTok-based archetype of a boy with signature emo-inspired style and an extensive online presence.
So it's like an emo. It's an
Emo
boy.
inspired?
Emo. It's
Emo
like
inspired.
online emo boy.
Here, I'll find you some good pictures.
How does that
Mhm.
work?
Do they wear beanies? I
I
imagine.
dropped
do,
some TikTok
yes,
a
they
while
do.
ago.
Because beanies are emotional, I think. Right?
I don't know about
Beanies
that.
are beanies emo. Or maybe it's just been this recent association that's like
Even like the white GT beanie that you have.
emo.
That's
That's
emo.
emo?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
But see, most of it's black though. From
You
what
guys,
I
you have your
can
beanie, right, Matt?
Do I
well,
have
that's
a
what
white
emo
is-
Yeah.
The
is
GT
kinda
beanie, the
okay.
white GT beanie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
Finally washed it. Mm-hmm.
Because that's the one you can wear at games, obviously.
Okay.
In the future. It doesn't really matter now.
Do you think we'll get a bowl game where I can wear one? Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did wear mine. Oh, no. Quickland Bowl was indoors. That's the other thing.
Oh.
That was good. The
Yes,
Detroit
it was
Bowl
on the-
was indoors.
The
In the Lions.
Detroit Lions.
In the, what's it called?
Ford
Sol-
Field.
Yeah, Ford Field. I think it's Soldier, that's not it. Yeah, Ford Field.
Oh, so the field is for it, not the stadium.
Yeah, but
It was actually-
no, not the game. Yeah,
Not
not
the
the
Really
game.
cool. I saw it on TV. I think the Detroit Lions were playing someone on
I think they were playing the Vikings the following Sunday.
the following Sunday? No. Recently, like just when I went home, I guess this weekend, I saw it on TV.
You're like, I was there.
And they were doing a halftime show, and it was weird because I was like, I was there before, like the day we got there, we got to go on the field and practice whatever.
We do practice because we do like a modified show.
We do a modified show. We take less people.
Fewer.
Sorry.
Less. No, less.
Yeah, they both work.
No, here.
Take fewer people. We take less people. That's fine. But
fewer.
Yeah. So I ran a 40 on it. I ran the 40 yards, right?
I don't remember that, but
and
sure.
I threw my water ball like a football. So it was the closest I felt to being a professional.
It went 5 yards. Yeah.
It went 5 yards. Yeah, it's a little bit
That's
harder than you think. But it was like really cool to just see that. And I was like, I did what they did for a brief second, and not actually professionals. But yeah, and we got the swag.
You did. What's like? What do we get?
We got. Can I show it to them? It's in my room.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll just show it while you're going.
Yeah.
So we got like a. We got some pants. They're kind of like, I guess they're track pants.
Oh, okay.
I think you probably seen some people wearing it. We got like a quarter zip up, and we got something else too.
We did.
Was that just those two? Yeah, maybe it was just those two. Anyway, it's
Pants are the best.
Oh, yeah. I see. Those are nice.
Yeah, you've seen that. Well, they feel really cheap.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You see, why don't you pass them around? It's show and tell. The pants feel very cheap.
But they're like
they're just a certain material. I don't know. It's
yeah.
like
It
cheap
probably is.
material.
The zipper on the quarter zip it also is like doesn't work very well.
It doesn't work.
It's very cheap.
Well, the
Oh,
important
it's
part is that it makes
Yeah.
you look like a student athlete. So even
Tanner,
though
when
I'm
Tanner
not,
wears
I
both
can
together, yeah,
convince
he
people.
thinks
do.
he's an athlete.
It makes me feel like I'm super
You just need
athletic.
to ride a moped or something.
Exactly. That's pretty much.
In the previous bowl game, we went to the Gator Bowl. We got like some sweatpants and a long sleeve shirt and a short sleeve shirt. So it varies by bowl. So
Maybe one day we'll make a bowl.
The bowl sweat.
should definitely make it.
It was a Christmas
It was
present.
4 years to make a bowl.
We traveled on Christmas.
No,
It's
I
kinda
thought you
sad.
traveled on the 24th.
No, we left Christmas morning.
So we're not at home for Christmas.
We had to be at Tech at like 12. So I was there for Christmas.
You didn't have to go to the trip. You could volunteer to go on the trip in this case
yeah.
because
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
so a
you're
lot of people
expected to
have
go.
traveled.
Like on the Gator Bowl, everyone went because we could just drive to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Because this was a plane trip.
Yeah. You can't really drive.
So in certain, like if we went to El Paso, which is the Sun Bowl, that's also a plane trip.
Yeah.
So they don't bring everyone, so then it's not as required, and then like I don't want to go now.
Yeah.
But here, you had to volunteer.
And I did because I wanted the free swag and the memories, and that's really what makes Christmas Christmas.
I think the Quick Lane video, the vlog I made, is pretty good.
Yeah, it's probably one of his better works.
I think it is. It's much better than like Clemson or like we just
Yeah.
were messing that one.
No, those were like just the pacing of those videos were awful.
Mm-hmm.
Like character development, then action shot, and then just action shot. And I was like, what happened to the characters you set up and developed?
That's
It's
true.
just
The
a
character
function.
development in the Quick Lane Bowl is pretty good.
Yeah, it was
Like
like
Steven has a really good arc in it.
yeah. It's- yeah.
Tanner even goes through some things. I think you cry at one point too.
Yeah, I think that's at the end.
Yeah,
it's like
probably
the emotional climax of the
Mhm.
movie.
Yeah, that's where it
I'd
really
say
kicks off.
I'd be hard pressed to say it's a YouTube video. I'd say it's more of a cinematic.
It's a work of art. Yeah,
It's film. It's not
it's
a
probably
movie. It's
film.
not a movie.
It's
Yeah.
cinema. Yeah.
It's not the movies. It's a film. It is actually art. Probably. I mean, art. That's subjective. So if someone could say it's art, they're not wrong.
Anyway,
Yes. Go on a bowl game.
That's out of control right now.
I wish.
That's-
we-
no, at some point it is because like the Quick Lane Bowl was, people chose not to go. Like Ariana and Nadia didn't want to go.
They were lost.
I don't think we have the choice right now, though. That's the thing.
Yes, but
They should
you
do
got
the
3
6
more
wins
years
in the
here.
next
You got
3.
3
Yeah,
more tries.
yeah, we've plenty of
So,
time.
What do you think will be your senior year?
Senior year.
Predictions.
That's too far ahead for me.
Optimistically, 8-4. Yeah.
What about
That could win the
5
division,
years?
too.
5 years from now.
Because I've never been to the ACC championship. That's a whole other trip.
Wasn't that only a couple of years ago though? When,
2014 was the last one.
oh,
That was
so
the year
that was
before
right
me.
before you.
Yeah. That was when they went to the Orange Bowl too in Miami,
Mm-hmm.
which is a bit of a better bowl.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Orange Bowl, they need to win the division basically.
So you need to beat Clemson.
No.
No, just beat
They
UVA
need
and
to-
everybody
yeah.
else like that.
Yeah, you don't even have to like I said last week. You know, we were watching the Virginia Tech game. I was telling like some of my family like they're planning to go to the Orange Bowl because that's just how it works.
Where they play Clemson.
Well,
Right.
they're playing
They-
to play Clemson in the ACC championship,
Yes.
and then
And then
it will
so
still
the
go on.
Orange Bowl, usually takes the ACC championship champion. Whoever wins the ACC goes to the Orange Bowl.
Except Clemson will go.
Except
to the
if you go to the playoff, which supersedes that. So then they take the next
Wait,
highest
so
ranked
which one
team.
comes first? The Orange Bowl or
The college football
ACC?
playoff comes first. Oh, which
Oh,
one comes first in?
Like the so what's the next? What would UVA? What's the next game
next game is the ACC championship.
versus Clemson?
Mhm.
The
It's
winner
a
of
separate
that.
game than than any bowl game.
And then who plays in the Orange?
Orange Bowl takes the ACC champion or the next highest
So
team if the ACC
Clemson
champion.
probably.
But
and-
Clemson is going to the playoff, which in this year
So
it's,
it's
a little complicated because
Virginia-
this year the Orange Bowl is not a playoff bowl, which it is every 3 years. Matt, take notes.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got you.
Which means that the Orange Bowl will then take the ACC champion or whoever is the next highest ranked team. Which
But
in this,
they're not gonna. So they are gonna take a CFP slate. So they will.
no,
take
they are not
yeah.
taking they're not taking a CFP spot.
Okay, so not Clemson.
College football playoff this year is Fiesta and Peach. Yeah, Fiesta and Peach. It is. Yeah, those are the college football bowls.
So
College
who,
football playoff bowls.
wait, who's playing it? Then?
Well, we
From-
don't.
I know, I-
If Clemson
Clemson
wins
will be
against
there.
Virginia, which they should.
Yes.
Even if they
Yeah, that's
don't,
what
they're
I'm
still
saying, sorry.
probably going to be.
No.
No.
Anyway, they go to the college football playoff. Okay,
Yeah.
that means there's an opening for the Orange Bowl because they would have
Yeah.
taken Clemson because they
Well,
should.
isn't Virginia the next best? So-
That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Virginia would be the next best team, so
And
they
then-
would go. The next
then there's-
highest ranked team.
But then there's going to be a next best because Clemson goes to.
Well, that's doesn't matter that much. Yeah, they'll be in the playoffs, so then Virginia will go to
the Orange Bowl.
Versus who?
Notre Dame or the Big Ten or the SEC. Right?
I thought it had to be an ACC.
No.
You
Bowl
don't
games
play
are
against your own
yeah.
conference.
Bowl games are
Oh,
never
okay,
against your own
okay.
conference. So it would be the Big Ten. It would be like the second best team from the
Okay,
Big
okay,
Ten.
that's what I wanted to know.
It would be like
It'd be like Wisconsin.
Yeah. Virginia versus Wisconsin.
A classic rivalry. Two states, the North versus the South.
Well, the whole point of it is to give you a different game than you would have normally gotten. Or sometimes maybe respark an old rivalry or however the Bulls want to do it.
Yeah, I just remember being disappointed, or kind of learning about the other bowls that existed. I had no idea before.
The Cheez-It Bowl, you seem like you like that one.
That one, remember, that one was on the same
That-
time we were in like Detroit. or
That's like the 5th best bowl in the pack.
Really? My dad joked, he's like, maybe you guys will get the Cheez-It Bowl. You know, during,
We
like, the
don't have
bowl.
that. Yeah, we don't have
like,
that time. There's certain
or
tie-ins,
football.
and it's a little confusing to be fair.
But yeah, I
That's
remember
like- yeah,
learning
take
about the
notes.
different
Yeah.
I'm
bowls
taking notes. It's fine.
and being scared. Like we wanted the Belt Bowl, right? 'Cause it was like, we're going to Charlotte. It's the band name. You know,
That would have been a better
Jordan
bowl
was-
and a more.
than the toilet bowl. Yeah.
The Quick Lane Bowl is considered as the
worst.
6th choice.
It's not
The way
it's
the
not
ACC,
good.
every conference does bowl tie-ins differently. The ACC has like a little tiered structure, whereas like Big 12 is just like ranks in terms of choices because each bowl. It's the way that it's a little bit, no, that's too much.
Yeah.
Just look it up if you're curious.
Yes. If you're curious, you can look it up at.
It's also, like I said, it's also changing for next year.
Yeah. So don't look it up. Just
I don't
be
know how it'll
surprised.
change. I don't know how it'll
Just
change
be
for next year.
surprised because likely.
Because the Holiday Bowl is like the 2nd or 3rd best bowl in the Pac-12, so I don't know how.
There's no way we get to that. Right?
But it'll change because it's being added to the ACC. It's adding a tie into the ACC.
So, but they wouldn't feasibly let Georgia Tech play in like 2 years.
What?
But they're still like the second best bowl. So if they come to the ACC, people still want to go there. So they'll
But the
let
way that the
higher
ACC.
teams.
Okay, maybe I should
I
go
don't
into
know.
this then.
Yeah.
The way the ACC works is the Orange Bowl is the top bowl. Okay?
Yeah.
And then there's this weird thing with the Citrus Bowl. You don't know, like.
I'm not
Isn't
sure.
it citrus?
It's the
and
Citrus
orange?
Bowl is like we get it
Instead of Citron.
when someone else, when the Big Ten takes a spot in the Orange Bowl, I think, then we get the Citrus Bowl, as opposed to like the SEC taking a spot in the Orange Bowl. So the Citrus Bowl is like would be the next one, that we would get. And then after that, it's the Camping World. Well, I don't know if it's still called the Camping World. Let me look up the name.
Camping World?
I think that is.
Is it still the name?
What?
The Camping World Bowl, which is considered the second best outside of the weird Citrus Bowl stuff, which we'll just skip for now. Okay, yeah, it is still the Camping World Bowl. Is in Orlando. That's considered the next best bowl.
And what do you do? Do you have to camp there? Is it like-
Camping World is the company, is the sponsor.
Well, I've never heard of them. How do they get money for like a
Yeah.
freaking bowl game? Same with Quick Lane, but they get money for Ford.
Quick is just for it.
Speaking of the Camping World Bowl, apparently they're interested in a North Carolina Texas game because Mac Brown just started
Camped?
coaching there.
Yeah.
Start camping?
So,
Although some of those storylines are a little over.
I know. I think it is too. Apparently, everyone at UNC thinks it's happening, and it's not. But anyways,
I don't think UNC would go to that. They wouldn't choose UNC.
Yeah.
Because again, they get the next choice. So, like for
But-
instance, this
yeah.
year they get the second after Virginia goes to the Orange Bowl again. In this
Virginia
most
Tech
likely
is
continue.
in-
They would probably take Virginia Tech or maybe like Wake Forest.
Unless they really do want like a Texas.
But
UNC
UNC is 6-6, and
Yeah.
so I don't know how that works because usually you can't choose a team with more than 2 wins, or with fewer than 2 wins than over another team. For like you couldn't choose a 6-6 team over an 8-4 team. That maybe just be a thing with like the Orange Bowl. I don't know. Anyway, after the Campbell Bowl, then there's a series of Tier 1 bowls. So that includes the Texler Gator Bowl in Jacksonville, the Sun Bowl in El Paso, Texas, the Pinstripe Bowl in Yankee Stadium,
Yankee Stadium, let's go.
and well, the Music City Bowl also has a tie-in with the ACC
That's
in
Nashville.
Nashville. That switches off with the Gator Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And
No, it's the
then
best ones.
one of them on the Belk Bowl. So those all don't have priority over any other ones. They kind of just talk amongst themselves and take whatever's left. Right. So after Virginia Tech, theoretically, if they went to Camping World Bowl, then they would the rest would decide. And usually it's based on location. Sometimes it's storyline. Sometimes it's whatever. Like
Which one would generate
TV
the most
rating. Like El Paso,
Yeah.
for instance, in the Sun Bowl likes teams that get good ratings because no one goes to that game in person because it's too far. So they like teams like Miami or I don't know, Virginia Tech, teams that like have those big rating polls. Like people watch them on TV. And then after that, then you get to the Tier 2 bowls, which now go in order.
This is where it gets fun.
Yes. So that, then you get to the next best bowl after that.
Freedom.
Who gets
Shreveport.
You're kind of close. The next one is the Military Bowl in Annapolis. They get this. They get the next choice after all those Tier 1 bowls. The 4 that I just mentioned are chosen.
Semper Fi.
And then after that, then it's the Quick Lane Bowl has the next choice.
Yeah.
So that's where Georgia Tech was chosen last year. So you can do the math. They were like the 7th best, or they were the 17 chosen.
In the ACC.
And then after that, it's the Independence Bowl in Shreveport.
In Shreveport.
Would you
Did I
say the
say
Freedom? Yeah, Independence. You were
Stay
close.
big.
There's also the Liberty Bowl, so you were not wrong.
Where's the Liberty Bowl? Wait,
It's not where you think it is.
Arizona.
I think it's in Memphis.
Uh,
Anyway, and then after that gets a little weird. 'Cause then it's like the Gasparilla Bowl. We never choose that one. The ACC always gives that up and trades it for the First Responder Bowl in
Texas.
Texas.
City. Texas.
Texas City, yes.
Texas City.
That's got to be a city.
It is a city.
Yeah.
Actually, is it Texas City in Texas?
Yeah, but it's like small. It's not.
Yeah, no, I can imagine it's one of those meme cities.
It was
where, like population six.
some
like,
guy.
The city
like,
municipality is of one person has voted to change the name to Texas
yeah,
City.
someone bought it 300 years ago and then they just never changed it.
Sure.
Anyway, that's how the bowl structure works.
Well, now I know.
But again, it might change next year. That's how it
I
works.
got off and did not understand anything. So
Well, I got it now. I mean,
You were supposed to be taking notes.
I was taking notes. I didn't
damn, we
understand my
really need
notes.
to get good. We need to be better than what were we last year? 6-6.
7-5.
7-5 before the game.
7-5.
Yeah, before the bowl
And
game.
we got sent to the toilet bowl. Like, holy shit! I mean, shit's right. We got sent to the toilet bowl. Like, how good do we have to be to get sent to the belt bowl?
So, for example, when we went to the Gator Bowl the previous year, or 2 years before that,
2014.
we finished 8-4.
That's like pretty good for Georgia Tech.
But also, they liked choosing us because it's close. But then apparently last year they really wanted NC State or whoever went there. It's a lot of like moving pieces and stuff. It's not exactly. That's why like any article that you see on like bowl projections, they're just making it up because they have no idea.
Yeah. I remember.
Because there's so many, like especially the ACC, where there's all these different tie-ins. Whereas other conferences, it's like this bowl goes first, second, third. It's more like that's who they choose. Whereas ACC, it's tiers. So they all choose at the same time. It's like a mad
Is it 'cause
scramble.
everyone at ACC sucks.
No, that's just how it's set up. That's how it was agreed upon.
Are we the worst in the ACC?
Technically, we're better than NCC. We
Yeah.
had 2 ACC wins, they only have 1, and we beat them. So
Okay.
we were literally playing for last place in the ACC when we played them,
Mhm.
and luckily we pulled it
Oh,
out
thank God.
barely.
So at least not dead last, okay.
Well, if we were dead last, that means we have room for anywhere we go is an improvement. Like if say we get last next year, then we haven't improved, and that's like
I
really
mean,
bad.
I really don't. I mean, I
But
think our
statistically, it's
overall
possible.
record, I'm pretty sure, was worse than NC State's.
Oh.
It is.
Yeah, I think they went 4.
I think they have 4 and 8.
So you can still say we're there's nowhere to go. But,
Maybe it's also scheduling and other things like that.
yeah.
Yeah, we played some hard teams like
Citadel.
Citadel. Yeah, they played hard.
Well,
Yeah,
we
South
do have to
Florida
play
would.
Clemson and Georgia every year.
Yeah.
And, like that doesn't change.
That should change. Which is we
yeah.
should get them out of like have them play their own special like.
They're considered our
God, tier
rivalry. Those are our top
untouchables.
rivalry games.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Stupid. They're like the untouchables in football.
Well, those are considered by the ACC.
Like don't they get what do they get off just beating up on scrubs like poor old Georgia Tech?
Clemson
Just
used
like,
to,
fuck
the
off.
rivalries obviously used to be a little more.
Yeah, I want it to be more one sided in favor of me. In favor of us.
You were on the other side before. But you
No.
thought it was too boring and you transferred here.
Well, I like winning too, but.
Maybe
Well,
you should
I mean, last year was last year was a little bit closer in most of the games. You know?
No, last year we got blown out in the Georgia game.
I said
Yeah.
closer. It was like what we lost.
Yeah,
by
technically it
30
was
points?
closer because this
time
year was
we
the
lost by
largest margin
45.
of victory.
Yeah, this is the largest victory of all time. So, our largest
Margin
yeah,
of victory.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think they should just put the untouchables. You know, like why can't they have like a
Someone has to play them.
a
Sam.
conference?
They
Why
just
can't they
play
make a
them.
conference that just has all the really good teams from the past 5 years?
Just
And just group them all into one, and then you take out some of the winners of like the ACC. Remove Clemson, SEC East. Remove UGA, SEC West. Remove Alabama, LSU. Boom, we got 4. Big Ten, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
that's no,
Big
you're
Ten,
using
Ohio
it with Big
State.
12. yeah.
Ohio State, put them in there, right? Throw them in there. Oklahoma, right? They're pretty good.
Big
Throw them
12.
in there. Boom.
Yeah.
Not
That's
Texas?
6.
Do you not want Texas in the superpower
Nope,
teams? Okay, interesting.
So Utah, they've been pretty good. Throw them in.
Utah. Oh, poor Utah.
Don't throw. They're only good this season, right? They're very good.
They've been pretty good in the past
They've
like
been
5
good,
years.
Alright,
but they're
throw
not
them.
like.
They're not good enough to compete
So
with the
maybe they
six.
are-
I mean, if you had to choose one team, you'd probably choose Washington.
How big? Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
but if you're looking at the last 5 years, probably Washington. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Washington.
Although he's stepping down,
He is.
so maybe not. Maybe
Oh.
take ownership.
well,
the coach
but-
is stepping
okay,
down.
Okay, so that's
Oregon
6. How
maybe.
many do you need to start?
Oregon,
a
yeah,
conference?
maybe Oregon, but the Oregon kind of goes up and down.
Yeah.
How many do you need to start a conference? How many would be a good number? 10?
I don't know what the NCAA rules are. I would say you probably need like 8.
8, yeah.
8? 8? Well, we're already 3/4 of the way there.
I mean,
What's another just good football program? Just been really good.
I mean, I can name them, but I want to see you
Okay,
struggle
fine,
here.
fine.
Because things change too outside of like the top 4. Or
I
really,
mean, even the top 4 do change.
Yeah.
Just slowly.
They do.
Interchangeably. Just put all the football dynasties in one, and they can get all the 5-star recruits, right? And only 5-star recruits play for them, and then all the 3-star recruits
You're
go
missing
to the
the fours.
ACC.
What about the
The
fours?
4 go to the SEC. Alright, all the 3-stars go to
We have,
the
we have
ACC.
like a few
And now we
4-star
have
recruits next year. Do you
some-
not want them?
What?
We have like 3 or 4 4-star recruits for next year. Do you not want them?
Do we?
Yeah.
10.
We have like 3 4-star recruits.
For
yeah.
now. For now. Just wait till they see them.
No, they
They've seen everything?
they've
Oh,
committed.
jeez.
Yeah.
Well, they've committed?
I mean, it's like a verbal commitment at this point. They haven't signed.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't sign either.
They can still.
I go to my new football dynasty conference.
dynasty
I call it the FTC. Football dynasty
Yeah,
conference.
DC.
That's a good idea,
What
right?
happens whenever one of them gets really bad? Do they have to like? Are they forced out of the conference?
No,
you know,
they
it's
won't
like-
get really
And what if someone else
They
comes
won't get
up,
really bad
you know?
because in that conference they have a quota. They have a 5-star quota. Every team gets a minimum.
So,
of
so now these
5
players are like forced to go to
wherever school.
Keep in mind these are students.
Yeah.
Well,
too.
okay, so
Well,
it's
they
all over the
think they're
country.
students.
So the
They
football
think they're
dynasty thing is all over the country. Say you don't want to live in Georgia, don't go to UGA. Say you don't like the raininess of Washington, you're not going to be in Washington. You know what's right for you? Clemson. There's nothing else for Miles, and it's not Georgia. So we send all the 5 and 4 star, 4.5 star to Clemson. You know?
What if someone else like rises up? Oh,
What if
because they're not
someone
allowed to have the 5-star.
They're not.
kids.
They're not.
Sometimes,
So
sometimes
It's
it
like-
doesn't need
But
the
sometimes
five.
also like coaching changes can make a big difference too.
Well, I
It
just
seems.
want
What happens
everyone
when
to be
Nick Saban leaves?
equally bad.
Yeah.
Dies, retires.
Or some
He gets
other coach
replaced-
comes
he gets
up and
replaced by some robot that has his conscience downloaded. I don't know. Voodoo magic, probably. He's not gonna die. Affleck. the new
There's
Affleck
some
commercial.
flaws in your little plan.
No, I
There's
don't
a
think
few,
there's any
just a
flaws.
few, just a few.
See, the football dynasties, if we just make sure and set in motion some practice that just keeps them as a football dynasty, they should just not stop being.
What
football
about the other schools that want to be football dynasties, like Georgia Tech?
Then they could be a football dynasty in the ACC with
But
our 3.5
What if
stars.
in 3 years we win the national championship, but like too bad because you're not in the football dynasty conference? So
Well, then it'd be what? Well, what do you mean? If we want to, if Georgia Tech,
Yeah,
with
so
our
what if
3.5
we're about to
stars-
be really good in a couple of years, right?
Okay.
But like, doesn't matter because we're not even in the football
Yeah,
dynasty
they go
conference.
undefeated.
Yeah.
Well, so we're really good in the ACC. We're undefeated, right? We have our 3.5 stars, and we're the best in our ACC, right? And then say Clemson is the best in the FTC, okay? Right? They're also undefeated. Say they have
In what
Triple
conference
Part
again?
2. The FTC,
Of
Football
course, yes.
Dynasty Conference.
Right.
Right?
FTC, yes.
The FTC. What?
Go ahead.
Okay. So say Clemson, they got Trevor Lawrence's son or something. He's really good.
It's
He's
a
just
3 years.
he's playing. He's playing every single position for Clemson. Literally, they cloned him, so he's like Heisman contention and eligibility just goes through the roof, right?
So,
And
you
now-
hold on, real quick. If you have
Yeah.
22 Trevor Lawrences, then they're not. None of them are going to win the Heisman.
Well, you need more than 22.
Well,
You need like 25.
Okay,
You-
but
okay,
still,
okay.
you get the point.
well, one of them is going to win. If there's 25 contenders to the
Well, no, but
Heisman,
then they're not.
and one of them has to win.
necessarily.
These aren't Trevor Lawrence, they're his son.
There's
They're not him.
Trevor Lawrence,
It's his
and
son.
also they're called Trevor Lawrence the third, Trevor Lawrence the fourth,
Yeah. So
right? They're like, there's sometimes they inject him with some like mutant stupid steer if they want to be like an offensive lineman.
So again, what happens if Georgia, when Georgia Tech
Okay.
rises up with their
So-
whatever?
So Georgia Tech undefeated, right?
Mhm.
And Clemson undefeated. Clemson's defeated Georgia, so Georgia's like a one-loss team, right? It goes like that. So Clemson's undefeated. Georgia Tech's undefeated. They'll play still the same way that the Bulls were. Eventually, Georgia Tech gets to the playoffs with Clemson.
So
And
the
they play-
playoff structure is still there.
Yes. So it's just the best in the conference is still.
But you put all the best teams in
Yeah,
the
so
FBC.
now the
Yes.
second best team in the country could be the second best team in the FDC, but they don't even make the
No.
playoffs
It's
now.
planned to be the best.
Yes.
Second best in the FTC. They are not allowed to be the second. The second best team in the country is not allowed to be outside the FTC. The top 4 teams should theoretically come from the FTC.
But what if they're not?
Yeah.
though?
So
FTC.
theoretically, what if they're not, and this could happen? Then you get a classic football understory. You have these big Trevor Lawrence clones versus the measly
I mean,
3.5 star Georgia Tech little
3.5
it's a
star
classic
force.
It's a
not
classic
a rating,
underdog
but okay.
story. Older than time, you have this beautiful football and like a remember the time.
So can we still get into the FDC in 3 years?
No, there's no entry once you're in the life. You just gotta start breeding Trevor Lawrence.
So, but can you-
whatever the next 4.5 star recruit is, you just gotta start your breeding program.
Tanner, let me just stop. There's no half stars, by the way. You keep saying 3.5 and 4.
Okay, so 5, 4, and 3.
There are
that's
two.
not enough.
There are
That's not
thirds
enough.
though, so it can be like 3 and a third.
Okay, so we're 3 1/3 starting. I know. Wait, you get what I'm saying? It's like
Just say
Say
3
that-
and 4 stars.
say the well.
You got hooked on this half star.
Well, because I want a class-based football. That's what I'm saying. But it's almost a meritocracy. It's based off of your
The
skill.
meritocracy
It's
can't
like
even
it
move
is.
up.
It's what?
You can't move up. There's no meritocracy there. You can't
There
move
is. You
anywhere.
move up from high school into Oklahoma or Clemson. It's literally you get put into a
But then
dynasty.
once you're there, you're stuck.
Yeah.
That's not
Because there's nowhere to go up, but there you're already
When
up.
you're down, you can't earn your way up.
Yeah, that's
If you go to Georgia Tech.
Can we ask Google
Yeah,
what
you're down.
meritocracy means?
It's a meritocracy. If you suck, if you're two star, you go to Georgia Tech. You know?
But then what if you get better?
What if you get better as
Yeah.
the season progresses?
What if you go to Georgia Tech, but
then you get poached by Oklahoma and they make clones of you? Right? But it's like, I just imagine this like classic underdog story. Like once.
Let's
every
remember
2
this just started as a logical conversation. Okay.
How did we get here even?
Because
That's-
Tanner started talking about cloning.
I thought it's a good
The
idea.
FTC.
The FDC.
Because I'm tired of getting picked on by like Clemson. They just need to go.
We haven't. What I'm saying is we haven't been picked on by Clemson that much like until
They
recently.
need to pick on guys their own size. Is what I'm saying. It's a classic like thing. You just pick on people your own
Well,
size.
what if we just get better and become their size?
Yeah, that's
we
just
won't
Jeff Collins'
because
plan.
we won't if there's a class-based football structure, then we won't ever get that big.
We will never get a
we'll
chance
never.
to because we'll never have the recruits.
Yes, but we're fine being the number one in the
What
ACC.
if we're not? What if you want to be as good as the
What if you want to
FTC?
climb
Then we'll
down?
just have to get different. Well, it basically becomes sort of almost luck based and random who gets the number one spot in like the ACC, or whatever, right? Like it's if you get the best 3-star recruits and they play really hard, then you can win that game. But it's just a bunch of 3 stars versus 3 stars, so it's pretty
But also,
evenly matched up.
those are initial ratings, though. The rating,
Okay, so
things change.
in this
Some
system,
of our best players
in
this year were
system,
3-star recruits.
they stay 3 stars. They don't change.
You're not allowed to
Oh
get
my
better.
You're not allowed
as
to
a
get
player.
better.
Even
You're
though
not allowed to get better. You're only allowed to play harder.
They're 17
Yes.
years old when they get the rating,
Yes.
and they're 22 when they.
There's no improvement. 5
There's no
years.
improvement, even
No.
physical
So if they
improvement.
sense any sort of improvement, they
yes.
make you stop.
They
Even
make- yeah,
physically
they break
improving,
away.
because some of these-
They poach you, make clones of you.
Some of these players gain like 30 pounds.
Yes. Have you guys ever read the
So
short
they don't
story?
do Everyone stays at 160.
You guys read that short story? Not Flowers for Algernon. The one where they handicap everyone so that everyone's the same. Like they make this.
Oh, I know what
You
you're
know,
talking
they
about.
make the ballerinas. They put like heavy weights on their feet so they're just
Oh, what it
as
was.
equally skilled as everyone. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's not Flowers for Algernon. It was one of those sci-fi books you had to read in 8th grade.
What was the guy's name? He was like some like European dude, right?
Yeah.
With a really weird like,
Yeah,
name.
he had a really weird name, and he was very beautiful. And
Yeah, it was like the one guy, and he tried to
He's
get other
beautiful.
handicaps, and they
Tanner,
shot
do you
him.
want us to talk about something else?
no, he was beautiful and
You sure?
strong and
We've
talented,
already,
And-
yeah.
and-
Anything else you want to say?
and he was married.
He wasn't married.
Yeah, he was. He was married to an average woman. That
Tanner
was-
looks
I
up.
don't remember.
Tanner checked.
No,
Oh.
she was average. No, well, the story harps on that because he was so strong. They attached weights to him, and because he was so beautiful, he had to wear a mask or something, or put a bag on his head, or they colored in some of his teeth.
Yeah.
Or something like that. They had to make him physically ugly, and if he didn't, the government would shoot him. But at
They
the
shot
end of
him
it,
at the end,
at the end of it, he finds a beautiful dancer. That's right.
He goes to the
And-
ballerina. It's
and
on the
they-
show. It's
the
on TV.
ballerina, and
So are you
it's on
spoiling
public
it? Is that what I'm
TV.
hearing?
What?
Yeah.
You're spoiling the story right now?
Yes,
Do you
that's
want me to explain the
It's a
story?
short story. I'm remembering. I got it.
You got it?
Yeah,
I can help you out
And
here.
so I think he was married, right? But he sees this beautiful ballerina on
It-
TV.
It's no.
No, he's the son of these. No, okay,
He's the son of
yes,
these- good,
okay,
good.
okay, I
Now you
got
got
it. This is how it takes place. The story starts with these mom and dad of the main character watching TV, right?
Yes.
Well, they're in it,
I'm
and
so
they're supposed to be us. They're like average. They're really dumb, like this.
No. The parents are smart too.
No, they're not. I
Yes,
thought they were
do you remember
stupid.
because they talk about how they have earpieces?
Oh, one of the
and
dad
that-
has to have an earpiece because
Because-
he's so smart, and it beeps every couple of
like
seconds.
10 seconds. It gives him a loud sound so he can't.
So he
smart.
can't just
like these are like how the
train of thought
handicaps
is
work.
brilliant.
They handicap everyone so everyone's the same.
equal. So that's basically the moral of the story is it's a dystopian future where everyone's equal and it is worse than it sounds.
So then for
Right.
your football,
For what I'm
at
saying,
DC, you're
it's-
gonna
I want a
set everyone
similar
so everyone is.
dystopian. I want a similar dystopian future.
So then what's
Except
the
just
point
the
of playing the
opposite.
games
Everyone's
if everyone's
if
equal?
everyone's equal, well then it's like who tries the hardest, and that's what football is really about. Like Georgia Tech right now, we try as hard as we can. Do you think could beat Clemson?
Maybe in a couple of years, you never know.
No, right now. Like
But why right
never.
now? See, 10 years ago, the schools that were good were very different. But imagine if you had just kept those same schools good all the time. Now,
Yeah.
everyone else would have the opportunity to.
Clemson and Alabama weren't as good as they are.
Yeah,
10
I mean,
years
well,
ago.
Alabama was, but
15
Clemson,
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, before Nick Saban.
Like
Well,
the
15
Texas
years ago.
prime days, 15 years
Of course, the
ago.
Texas Prime days. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the reference.
You
See,
know them.
15 years ago,
Yeah.
Texas would have been there. But, like, now
Now
they
you
would have stayed there.
you knew yeah, you
I
didn't allow
I
them.
didn't even allow him to the
Yeah, you
local
didn't.
dynasty
You didn't allow them in the
championship.
FTC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, maybe if there's a barrier to entry, it almost becomes like I'm taking some dystopian elements from different
Why are we
pieces
doing
of fiction.
dystopian?
Like what about the Katniss Everdeen? What's
Yeah,
it
I
called?
stopped
Hunger
recording
Games,
20
Hunger
years ago.
Games stuff.
Did
Where
you
they-
really?
No.
Oh,
So no.
okay, this is gold.
Should
This is
have.
gold. Someone should be writing this down. Hello, FTC. I have an idea for
Christmas football special.
But you're also missing a critical factor here. That's
Blake.
Sorry.
Second time you dropped
do you want some water? Do you want me to-
No, I'm good. Then I'll be throwing it around and it'll hurt him more whenever I hit it next time.
Yeah.
Money is a big problem here.
Yes, but it's not. So all the big, the football programs, right? Just keep shooting me ideas. I'll shoot them down.
Yeah. How does the financial system work?
All right.
Because we get a lot of, for example, the ACC gets a lot of money from Clemson winning these championships.
Oh, I'm not talking about that money. I'm talking about. So Oklahoma, they get a $500,000 budget to start recruiting people.
Okay, that's like
Right?
nothing.
Okay,
Alright.
now it's basically just
Yeah,
professional
it's a-
football.
Yeah, it's actual football, but it's
There's a draft
it's
for
above
players.
The
Is that how
it's
it works?
above the? It's all above the table. You know, there's no sketchy like.
So
I'm
the
gonna love this player
NFL.
people. Yeah.
Just kidding. It's not sketchy. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, okay. So imagine I instituted it in the NFL, like the dynasty, football dynasty, the NFL. And you get the Patriots.
The
Actually,
NFL
I'll
changes
go-
over a lot
It's literally
more, though.
different every year except for
Yeah.
the
There's
Patriots.
the Patriots, and then that's
Okay,
it.
never mind. I'm not gonna. We're gonna go back to the college football one. 'Cause I like that one more. Money doesn't become an issue because Clemson's. Wait, what was your question again?
Is that- what about the
The
money?
financial
Yeah.
is not, how is that? Because those big programs make more money than the smaller programs, right?
Oh, well, so
Like there's revenue in some conferences. There's revenue sharing.
So you're worried about Georgia Tech shriveling up because they're playing for they got 3 stars. No one wants to see them. They can be really bad. They don't have the Trevor Lawrence clones. Is what you're saying. So no one really wants to see that.
I said something along those lines.
How much
Like-
money does it take
like
to
they're-
to triple
a successful
that's
program-
They have all the money because they're in the FTC. That's how they can make the clones.
Yeah, like you're saying basically, if everyone goes to see the football, the FTC, no one wants to
Because
see
no one's
football,
wanting
the
those TV
ACC.
contracts are initially, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So to stay in the FTC, it's almost like you have to pay a rich person's tax.
Oh boy.
Like you have to give them a slight amount of money, like the ACC, give the ACC. to
See,
just
why would
compensate.
those teams want to do that? Why wouldn't they just want to keep beating up on all the other ACC schools?
Yeah, what's the incentive for them then?
Oh, I didn't even think about. Okay, wait, give me a second.
There's definitely tax evasion.
Because
here,
now-
so why wouldn't it happen there?
There's also tax evasion.
Like it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
What's the
There's
incentive
only-
for any FTC
I-
team to join the FTC?
FTC. Yeah, that's a big thing.
If they're just getting money from the other FTC teams, if they stay in a
That's
non-FTC
like, that's like
conference.
instituting paper mache socialism into your system and hoping it works.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna think like a government.
We gotta wrap up soon, Tanner. We're over an hour.
A government grant to play in the FTC.
3-hour special.
Who then gives the money back to the conferences? So why doesn't the see? That doesn't make much sense.
I'm thinking. Okay. Well, they can decide how much they give to the ACC. Like, so the government gives. There's some
It
perks.
doesn't
Okay,
sound
okay.
like a good idea to let them choose.
Yeah.
So, if you want to be.
Tanner, why don't you think about that? We'll talk about it on the next episode,
Okay.
which you will not be on.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yep.
Okay.
And a
Happy
oh, wait,
holidays.
No, don't say
Yeah.
it.
Or a Toyota.
Anything else you want to say,
Something like
Matt?
Happy holidays.
Blake, last word.
Merry Christmas.